What's up, y'all? So I'm just about to make some OJ. And I know a lot of people always question, when you're making juices and stuff, is should you leave the pulp in or should you strain the pulp out? Now when it comes to OJ, I'm one for leaving the pulp in. In fact, I like to have as much pulp in my OJ as possible, almost to where it's like a slushy. So to achieve this, I have a Omega 350 juicer, which comes with two different filters. And the difference between these filters is, as you can see, this first filter has a lot bigger holes compared to their other filter, which has smaller holes for less pulp. Now if you take the two together and compare them, you can see the difference between the hole sizes. So the one with the bigger holes, you're going to have a lot more pulp. So this is the one that I personally like to use for my OJ. Now between these two filters, I will use the one with the smaller holes when I'm making vegetable juices, green juices, let's see, what other, apple juices. I will use the smaller hole filter so that I don't get as much pulp. But when it comes to things like orange juice, watermelon juice, let's see, what else do I use this for? I want to say that's the main two, is watermelon juice and orange juice. I really like a lot of pulp. I don't know if it's just because they're so sugary that I like the pulp to make them like a smoothie. I don't really know. It's just personal preference. I used to not like pulp in my OJ, but over the years I've come to really enjoy orange juice with pulp to the point of where OJ with no pulp just isn't good to me anymore. So if I had a preference, always putting pulp in my OJ. So I'm going to go ahead, juice up these oranges, and I'll show you how much pulp is actually in my OJ. We'll go from there. So now that I got the first oranges juiced, I now have 32 ounces of orange juice along with the pulp that came out of it from the juicer. So there's the equivalent, 32 ounces of juice, and this is how much pulp came with it out of the juicer. So now, if you don't like pulp in your juices, the first thing you're going to need to do is purchase some kind of strainer. So I have this fine, really fine mesh strainer, heavy duty. I've had this for over a year now, and this is what I use for all my apple juices, green juices that I don't prefer the pulp in. And now for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how much pulp I like to have in my orange juice. By straining it through this, I will show you how much pulp is really in this container of orange juice. So let's get to it. So what I do is I go ahead and I just get a leftover container that this strainer fits right in. So I'm just going to strain it in there and it'll be good. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. So the juice is kind of stuck in the strainer right now. So what you kind of got to do is beat the strainer so that the juice falls through. Also, I like to push down on the pulp so that you get all the juice out, so that you're just left with pulp and you're not wasting any juice. Alright, so there you have it. That's how much pulp was in my 32 ounces of juice. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this pulp back into my juice. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that for 32 ounces of juice, that's about a quarter cup of pulp, which you would be missing out on if you strained it out. So for my purposes, I like the pulp, so I'm putting the pulp right back in. So there you have it, y'all. That's my take on pulp. Certain juices I like pulpy, certain juices I don't like pulpy. If you don't like them pulpy, get yourself a strainer. Use the finer mesh strainer in the juicer. And happy juicing, y'all. Let me know what kind of juicer you use, and let me know what kind of juices you like pulpier. I think that orange juice is probably one of the juices that most people are used to consuming with pulp in it, whereas most other juices like apple juices and pineapple juices and everything else, most people don't consume those juices with the pulp in them. But that's my 2 cents on the juicing and the pulping. The juicing and the pulping. The juicing and the pulp. Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, y'all. Damn, that's good. Keep it carved, y'all. Keep it carved.